So I'm finally here to review the Flare set from Tammy Tanuka. If you watch, I think it's the first video that is uploaded on this channel, I tried a bunch of new makeup and I tried some loose pigment from Tammy Tanuka, but I didn't receive the correct set, and I finally received the right one last month, I think. Took quite some time because the package got lost by the Russian post, but once again the customer service of Tammy Tanuka was amazing. They were responding to my emails very quickly all the time, and they dealt with all this situation with the lost package, and it finally came to me. So yeah, I'm very excited to try it today. So I thought we could do a fun little pink Valentine's Day inspired makeup today. I already tried 2 of the shades from the kit. I'm gonna insert some photos right here of the look. I really love the finish of the shadows, but I found them quite hard to work with, so I hope I have better luck doing something clean this time. So the first shade I'm going to use is going to be from the autumn set that I got last time. So I'm going very slowly because from what I remember this is very pigmented, and it is. So I don't want to make any more spots like I did right there. Trying to be very careful. So yeah, their mattes are very pigmented and easy to blend. You just have to really take your time. I find that some shadows can be very pigmented in other brands, but if you go too quickly blending them, you can like remove it really too high compared to what you want to. What I like about these matte shadows is that they blend very easily, but they don't move much, so it's really about softening the line, but you can't drag them as much, which I prefer, I'd say. So now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna quickly use this shade from the Funsize palette from Sugarpill. So like this, and for the rest of the makeup I'm just gonna do a little cut crease, and I'm gonna use 3 of the shades from the Flare mini set. And I think I'm gonna use this pink lipstick to cut the crease and to serve as a colourful base. Actually it's a bit too dark compared to what I thought, so I'm gonna mix it with a tiny bit of the PLouise white base. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so now for the front part I'm gonna use another shade from Tammy Tanuka, this one, which looks so pretty. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but when I blended it, I got a lot of it on my cheek and it won't come off. So definitely would recommend only using it on the sticky base, because otherwise you run into problems like I did right there. And so this was the shade Matriarch, and now I'm going to use Infanta. I don't know what would be the name in English, but yeah. And it's a gorgeous, almost rose gold pink shade. Beautiful. I hope my base will remain sticky enough for it to grab onto my lid without flying everywhere. Oops, it's scary. It's flying everywhere. Oh my god, this is flying everywhere. But like, can you see how pretty that is? Maybe if I dim the light a bit. That is just, wow, so pretty. Okay, and last shade is Ach Kakaya, which means what? I think that's what it means. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is very pretty. This whole video is just me being, wow, that's so pretty. But like, I mean, it is. What else can I say? But this one is definitely way more messy. I have a lot of it under my eye. And it's flying everywhere. That's the only thing. I love Tammy Tanuka's shadows, but I don't know how to apply them in a very clean way. Like all the photos I see on Instagram, it's super clean, super sharp, nothing on the skin. And I don't know if it's because people are very good at retouching and such, or I just can't figure out how to work with the shadows. But that's the problem too, you can't take it out of your skin even if you powdered before like I did. It's just so fine, it just won't go away, so you're stuck with glitter all over your face. And I've tried using it wet as well in the past, but didn't do much either, because the shadow is so light that when you spray your brush it just flies off, and if you try to spray your brush beforehand then it sticks too well to the brush and doesn't go on your eyes. So I'm just gonna try again, but we'll see. Yeah, mostly sticks to the brush that way. I think the only key is to have a very sticky base underneath. I mean, I'm kind of liking how messy it is. Just let's make it even messier. Glitter eye bags kind of are my thing, so okay, so this might be a mistake, but I want to try and tie in the blue hue from this shade with this loose pigment from the Pastel Roses. It's called Holy. I've tried working with them once as well. It did kind of the same thing where it stick to the brush if you don't have a sticky base, so I'm gonna figure out a way to make this part of my brow bone kind of sticky, I guess. I'm just gonna wet my face with some rose water and hopefully will grab to my brow bone. So maybe it can be a good advice if your sticky base isn't sticky anymore, just spray some rose water on top and it works just fine. I'm very glowy today. Okay, and lastly I'm going to use this Glisten Cosmetics Jasper wet liner. And I think I'm gonna also try to do pointy detail. I'm just gonna grab a small brush for that, like this tiny brush. Ta-da! Looks so good with the pink extension, I think. Oh, and by the way, I now am an affiliate with Glisten Cosmetics, which feels so unreal. That is so cool. So if you purchase through the link that will be in the description down below, I get a small commission on your purchase, and you can also use my code agnes10 to get 10% off your order. So yeah, that is so cool. So I'm just gonna put on some mascara now and lips, and then I'll give you my thoughts on Tammy Tanuka. So I don't think I'm going to put on lashes because I like the look of invisible lashes at the time, kind of. So I think I'm just going to do one of my favorites lip combos, which is the Colourpop Melonade tapped out, and one of the Glisten Cosmetics glosses. This one was in collab with, I can't read it, but I put it on the screen. It's one of my favorite glosses. That is discontinued, unfortunately, but I like it so much. Okay, so here's the finished look. And now my thoughts on Tammy Tanuka. I pulled off doing this video for some time because I kind of had mixed feelings about it. I love all of the shadows, they look gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But they're very messy to apply, or at least I don't know how to apply them in a very clean way. So I'm kind of like, they're amazing and you can do some gorgeous makeup with it, but at the same time it's not very user friendly. If you're someone that doesn't play that much with makeup and you do some very simple things and you don't want to have to work too long to get the makeup I wanted, I don't know if it's necessarily for you. I think those shadows are kind of made for people that already have kind of more experience with makeup, because they're not the most easy to use. So I also wanted to do this video when I tried several techniques to apply the shimmers, and as I said, I don't recommend wetting your brush before getting the shadow, or wetting your brush after you put the shadow on it to apply it, because it doesn't work that well. Most of it will get stuck on the brush and not on your eye, so that's not what you want, and it will still fly off everywhere. But yeah, so I think the best technique would be to put some kind of sticky base underneath it and very quickly before it dries just pat it on top, and be very, very careful when you try to blend it. But yeah, I still kind of don't know how I feel about those shadows from Tammy Tanuka, but overall I'd say I still very much love them, because like that kind of effect right there, I don't know how else to achieve that. But I only wish they could have maybe tried to find a way to make them a bit more stable or easier to apply it in a clean way. But I would be very curious to purchase more of the mattes, because I'd say these are the best matte shadows I've ever tried so far. They are very pigmented, but you can also blend them to be quite light. And it's like so easy to blend because, as I said earlier, the shadows doesn't move that much, but it just blends without moving the product like too far up or far down, which is something I do a lot. So that's really good. And maybe the matte shadows would be more user-friendly, but again, only if you're a bit patient, because you still have to take a bit more time to do it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure had fun making this little Valentine's Day inspired look, even though it's just like pink. You can wear that whenever you want. I'll see you later. Bye.